Neither restaurants or dishes get more iconic than this. Fergus Henderson's best-known creation has been much emulated over the years, but never bettered. There is a high chance that there's more butter in this than polenta, along with plenty of mushrooms, truffle, and parmesan. This is the highlight dish on a menu of highlights. When the original Barrafina launched in Soho in 2007, modeled on Barcelona tapas bar Cal Pep, it helped introduce the city to both Spanish food and counter dining. Croquetas are among the most popular items on the menu at all three Barrafina restaurants, with different signature serves at each. They might just be the best in town. Sabor, the Spanish powerhouse from former Barrafina chef Nieves Barragan Mohacho, has lots to offer across its tapas bar, restaurant and upstairs asador. This simple plate of salty, oil-rich anchovies laid on bright white sheets of shaved lardo is as simple as it comes, but all the better for it. Best eaten counterside with a sherry in hand and southern Spain in mind. Prepare to wait in line for this borough market classic, a ciabatta roll stuffed to bursting with smoky chorizo, fresh from the grill, roasted red peppers and rocket. It's as good to start the day as it is to soak up a few pints later on. These soft corn tortillas filled with cured pork that's been cooked down or kebab style are the salty, saliva-inducing highlight at this borough market taco joint. This canny creation from Heston Blumenthal takes inspiration from C1500. It combines mandarin, chicken liver and foie gras in a pâté, and resembles a mandarin. For pizza traditionalists, Santa Maria do it like in Old Napoli. The San Daniele doesn't have any tomato sauce, but is topped instead with cherry tomatoes, rocket, parmesan shavings and generous amounts of excellent quality San Daniele Parma ham. See more of the best pizzas in London. People have been known to fall out arguing which of Brick Lane's two neighboring all-night bagel shops is best, but we have no definitive answer. Both offer superbly moist salt beef and sweet, chewy bagel perfection. Have one of each. Leave your airs and graces at the door at Lahore, where it's all about you and the amazing things they do with that grill. Lamb chops is the star dish at the worthy cult favorite. Once you get over the fact that the pizzas are a whopping 20 inches, home slices' exciting toppings get their own gobbing rights. This Middle Eastern creation is fresh, crunchy and served on their wonderful garlic base. Purists need not apply. There's plenty of cheeseburgers in London, but there's also the Airy Gold, a 35-day-aged Aberdeen Angus patty dripping with gooey American cheese and smoky pea. The British beauty that is the Scotch egg has to be the ultimate pub snack. And this well-seasoned, gamey, reliably runny yoked version served at London's only Michelin-starred gastropub is the leader of its kind. When it comes to steak, Hawksmoor is the daddy. It doesn't matter what cut you go for or which accompaniments you choose, it's almost impossible to go wrong. Oh, but do get some bone marrow. A bacon sarnie, Indian style. A London breakfast classic, especially well received when a hangover lurks. The fat strips of tender, slow-cooked beef are a highlight among many high points at the smoke-filled Shoreditch base of David Carter's smokestack. They come either straight up, with a punchy homemade ketchup, or crammed into a bun. Seafood supremos Wright brothers are all about the oysters. Think this snack is only for the fanciest of folks? Head there between 3 p.m. and 6 p.m., Monday to Friday to pick them up for just £1 a go. Yes, vegan food can be high-end. Jason Atherton proves this with gusto at his flagship Mayfair restaurant, where this autumnal dish is the star of his Michelin-starred all-vegan tasting menu. vegan food can, however, get down and dirty with the best of them. This punchy, spicy jackfruit taco from Club Mexicana gives pulled pork a serious run for its money. Vegetable dishes don't come much more thrilling than this smoky, richly spiced whole cauliflower charred on the grill and adorned with tahini, pomegranate seeds and pine nuts. A match for any meat dish. Spicy, rich and intense, the lamb offal flatbread created by Lee Tiernan at Haute Kebab Spot Black Axe Mongol in Islington is as fabulously full-on as the heavy metal playing restaurant itself. You can take your pick from Callum Franklin's pies at Holborn Dining Room, because they are all outstanding. The chef is pastry wizard, who works his magic across a range that includes an anything-but-humble pork pie, and seasonal specials such as curried mutton pie with mango chutney. These picture-perfect deep-fried courgette flowers stuffed with goat's cheese and drizzled in honey are full of Mediterranean splendor. When pub food comes from the team behind the Palomar and the Barbary, then you know you're going to order more than a bag of nuts. This roll is robustly meaty, with fabulously flaky pastry, served with a dollop of almonds, naturally. Tarshish recently won a particularly well-coveted gong. The reigning champion of the British Kebab Awards fine dining accolade serves up marinated lamb shish, available with a side of mac and cheese. Delicious fatty juices add unctuous backbone to a richly spiced mutton keema which can barely be contained within a toasted brioche bun in this clever take on British meets Indian meets wherever from Ravender Bogle. There's a translucent glisten to these indulgent tacos at Neil Rankin's Temper, where a zero-waste policy means that its tortillas are made with leftover beef fat from the grill, a move which isn't just good for the environment, but for flavor too. The press duck at this Clerkenwell institution isn't for the faint-hearted. The multi-course Canard Fest involves the duck first being brought to the table for inspection complete with its head, while the bones are later crushed to produce an epic-tasting jus. Breast meat, chopped liver and grilled legs all feature in what is a delicious if deathly dish. This Grand Piccadilly brasserie from Chris Corbin and Jeremy King not only does the best breakfast in town, it pretty much invented the notion of breakfasting out. The English features a choice of fried, poached or scrambled eggs with bacon, sausage, baked beans, tomato, black pudding and mushroom. It's the quality of ingredients, plus the atmosphere, which makes it really special. A bright, North African breakfast staple mastered and popularized by Yota Matamengi. Few dishes are as splendidly simple as this one from the London Bridge pasta gurus. It is simply spaghetti with parmesan and black pepper. But oh boy, is it good! Find more of the best Italian restaurants in London. As it melts, the dripping is collected in the candle holder's base ready to dip your bread in. It's been on the menu since the restaurant opened in 2013 and is still one of London's cleverest dishes. A warm, chewy waffle topped with crisp-skinned confit duck and a runny egg, drizzled in maple syrup. Convinced yet? Naturally, there are some pretty impressive views, too. This shepherd's pie has been a favorite at the Ivy since virtually the beginning, and thanks to the continued rollout of Ivy brasseries just about everywhere across town, it's now more accessible than ever. This fiery, aromatic dish became a favorite at Sam S.A.'s early residencies and pop-ups, and is now a highlight of the menu at its Spitalfields restaurant. For steamed buns, you can't beat Bao. Their classics is a pillowy soft bun filled with slow-braised pork belly, coarse peanut powder and shredded coriander. Worth queuing for. On the addiction scale, these crispy strands of fried courgette are Class A. come overflowing in a large bowl at Sartoria, as well as Francesco Mazze's other two restaurants, Radici in Islington and Fiume in Battersea. At any, they should be ordered on the side of absolutely anything. This fried chicken dusted with pine salt is a well-deserved classic, and not just because of its interesting, pine-flanked presentation. The well-known burger is the signature serve across Gianni Pipozzi's burger empire. It's dirty and drippy, featuring 2 beef patties fried in mustard and slathered in melted American-style cheese adorned with pickles and minced raw onions. The creamy, mustardy secret recipe that hippie sauce seals the deal. This Sri Lankan sensation, which made its name in Soho and has since expanded to Marylebone, isn't just named after the hopper, it does them very well indeed. Pair an egg hopper with the restaurant's intricately spiced curries. London has gone loco for ceviche in recent years, but what about its sashimi-like cousin? It serves up silky slithers of kingfish come swimming in dashi, chives and an elegant dollop of truffle. Now settled in Soho after outgrowing the Brixton shipping container they started out in, Cricket offers more dishes than ever to please spice fans. This light and bright exemplary version of bhel puri is still top of the pile. Chops, glorious chops. That's what Blacklock does, and it does them very well indeed. Don't choose between them, opt for the all-in option and enjoy a mixed grill of varying beef, lamb and pork chops. This is as close to a pudding that a vegetable gets. Aubergines lathered in miso sauce and topped with sweet, crunchy pecans. Sweet and savory, you'll want to order it again for dessert. A legend of the sandwich scene, Crouch Hill's lunchtime lot are in luck with Max's ham, egg and chips. Slow-cooked ham hock is topped with oozing fried egg, matchstick fries, pickle lily and malt vinegar mayonnaise. Our own Faye Mashler can't resist this place. For somewhere so high up, Hutong is pretty warm. Looking down from the 33rd floor of the Shard, this dish of fried soft shell crab is left warm in a bowl full of dried Sichuan chilies, soaking up their smoky spice. When New York master baker Dominique Ansel opened his first European site in Victoria, this hybrid Franken pastry that merges a croissant and a donut led to queues of several hours. Bite into its fluffy, buttery, flaky goodness and you'll instantly understand the appeal. Anna Hansen's Asian-influenced signature dish, served at the Modern Pantry restaurant in Clerkenwell. Flaky buttery pastry encasing tender venison, a highlight of the dim sum at Alan Yau's Soho restaurant. These plump green olives stuffed with chili and deep-fried might just be London's most noticeable nibble. They are juicy, spicy, slightly salty and endlessly addictive. Wash them down with some of Mealy Eper's homemade vermouth. The beef at this Marylebone Basque restaurant is something special. It comes from cows which live until they are at least 8, often 10 and sometimes 14. These cows are fatter, which leads to more marbling in the meat and a lot more flavor. Playful takes on British classics are a signature of this restaurant, set in Mayfair's The Stafford Hotel. Top of the pile is this retro Kiev of tender chicken that oozes with ultra-garlicky, truffle-laced butter. The accompanying mash is dreamily creamy, too. More ham cave in a bar. Maltby Street's Bartosino is so full of hanging hams that you'll likely smell the aging meat even before walking through the door. Settle in and gorge your way through slice after slice of the varying options, washing it all down with sherry ideally. A deep, smoky mince curry served with bread rolls, an example of less is more at this Mayfair Michelin-starred Indian. Iconic in its defiant simplicity, this signature dish is ultimate comfort food. Comfort food made with A-listers in mind, naturally.